New South Wales, where firefighters are battling 61 blazes around the state. Most are currently at advice level. Charlotte Mortlock joins us live now from Kenthurst, where she's joined by New South Wales RFS Media Manager Ben Shepherd. Charlotte, what's the message from firefighters?
Thanks, Annalise. Well, the message at this stage is get ready, and that is interesting. I am joined here by the media manager, Ben Shepherd, from the New South Wales RFS. This weekend is typically one that is spent with the RFS urging people to really look into their bushfire emergency plans, but we've already seen such an early start to the season this year.
Yeah, look, already this season we've seen literally thousands of fires really since July. So this weekend we're really urging everyone in and around bushfire-prone areas to ensure that their plans are in place and their properties are prepared, because we know that there is the real potential for a long and protracted bushfire season, especially given the drought that this state is currently gripped by.
So let's go through some of those things that you want residents to do. Obviously, coming up with a plan is a good start, but also some practical things that they can do.
Look, there's many things that we do each and every weekend, probably unknowingly, that makes us better prepared for fire. So it is things like cleaning out your gutters, of course, from all those leaves that may be piled up, but also mowing grass. If you've still got timber packed up against the side of the house that you may have had from over winter, now's the time to probably move that. But also ensuring little things like ensuring that you've got a hose that reaches the whole way around your house, keeping your lawn trimmed as well. So it's those few little things that can make the difference during a fire event.
Now, usually the bushfire season actually doesn't start till the 1st of October. So you guys made the call to bring that in earlier for a few districts a while ago and then a few more. This has been a horrific start to the bushfire season. Tell us about the conditions that we saw last week and what we could see again next week.
Yeah, look, last week we saw fire danger ratings tip into the extreme in some areas, and in some places as well. We even saw small areas of catastrophic. Next week as well, though, we're going to start to see those hot and windy conditions enter the state once again. At this stage, we're looking at very high and possibly some severe fire danger. So what we're encouraging people to do is to prepare ahead of that. The problem is now going into next week, we've already got some 40 fires in the landscape, of which around a dozen of those are yet to be contained. We aren't going to have those fires contained before that weather hits us next week. So that's why we're doing as much as we can ahead of that weather.
Yeah, that is a scary thought. You brought up before the drought, and one of the interesting aspects of this season will be the lack of water in areas like Guyra, that they've been trucking in water for a few months now. How does that actually challenge you guys and affect the way that you, I guess, try and contain these bushfires and put them out without water? Yeah,
obviously there's a huge reliance on things like graders and actually doing dry firefighting techniques. So usually fighting fire with fire, so then we can light backburns when conditions allow. But these firefighters who are from these areas, they know how to best use that water and try and limit its use. But where we can also, we'll bring in water from out of areas, so using bulk water tankers, but also the use of aircraft as well, trying to take waters from, not necessarily from dams, but where we can, creeks and rivers. But it is a real concern. It's something that we're going to have to contend with across this whole season, and people need to understand that there is a real risk because of these drought-like conditions that continue to grip New South Wales.
Yourself included, but also hundreds of other firefighters. They're exhausted from the last week of bushfires, and they're gearing up again for worse conditions. This weekend is Get Ready Weekend. People can go to, I think, over 600 different events across the state and learn a little bit about what they can do to help. How, I guess, grateful would you guys be if the public could actually do anything they could to assist you guys in these situations?
Yeah, look, the public need to understand that on the worst of days, there's a really high chance that they're not going to get a fire truck, they're not going to get a helicopter, they're not going to get a plane. So by ensuring that your property is well prepared, it gives it the best chance of surviving if a fire truck isn't there to assist it. Or, under the worst of conditions as well, if you had to shelter inside your home, having it better prepared gives you a better chance of surviving. So we need you to play your part. There's more than 1 million homes on bushfire-prone land across New South Wales. We need to ensure that we're all prepared for this fire season. So despite whether you're close to fires now, or whether you're not, or whether even if you're going to visit a bushfire-prone area, everyone needs to have a plan and needs to be prepared. This could be a very long and protracted fire season. We're only in September. This fire season could well last to at least March, April or even May. So we need to be ready for this long and protracted fire season.
Thanks very much for that, Ben. Well, there were hundreds of homes that were under immediate threat from those bushfires that we saw last week, and thankfully to the New South Wales RFS, the vast majority were saved. But certainly the message here today is do your bit to help them throughout these worsening conditions coming next week.